Hello everyone, my name is Rhea Goyal, and today I am going to tell you the story of The Girl on the Train, one of my favorite psychological thrillers written by Paula Hawkins. So let's get started. Rachel lives with her university friend Kathy after she broke up with her husband and had nowhere to live. She has no job but hides it from Kathy. Every day she takes the same morning and evening trains, observing the same suburban houses by the tracks. However, there is one house that she cannot wait to see each day. She names the people in it Jess and Jason. She loves this house because it reminds her of her past perfect life before she and Tom divorced. One day she sees Jess kissing a man. Rachel is sure it isn't Jason because this man was much taller and had a different body structure. The next day, she hears the news of a woman named Megan Hipwell who went missing. From the address on the newspaper, she knows that Megan is Jess and recalls the moment she saw her kissing the man. Unable to keep it to herself, she tries to get in contact with Jason or Scott to tell him what she saw. She also goes to the police station and tells them about what she saw, but they end up refusing her evidence because she was drunk the night that Megan disappeared. Scott answers her email and asks her to call him. He asks her to meet him in person. When they meet, she tells him what she saw. He asks her if she can identify the man based on a picture, and she says yes. When she sees the picture of Kamal Abdik, who was Megan's therapist, she says that he is the man she saw with Megan. Later, Kamal is held as a suspect but is set free because of insufficient evidence. When they checked his house, there was no trace of Megan in Kamal's bedroom. Scott and Rachel still suspect Kamal, though, and believe that he had a sexual motive. On the day Megan went missing, Rachel remembers that she was by where they live, but she doesn't remember what happened because she was heavily drunk. As time passes, she remembers tiny details like falling on the stairs and a red haired man helping her out. She remembers being in the underpass near the train station and her head and hands bleeding. Rachel decides to go to the therapist Kamal to see if he can recover her memory and to try to find any information that will make him a suspect again. Kamal tells her that memories cannot be recovered. However, a person who has lost a memory can often remember glimpses by going back to the scene where everything happened. The police releases news that Megan is dead and days later that she was pregnant. Scott and Rachel continue to meet and even engage in sexual intercourse, which causes them both to feel confused and angry. Scott discovers that Rachel has been lying to him all this time and she wasn't a friend of Megan and she had never gone to her gallery. I forgot to mention, guys, that this is how Rachel introduced herself. She introduced herself to Scott as Megan's friend. So he also discovers that she has been going to Kamal Abdik and doesn't believe her when she tells him that she was trying to help. Scott drags Rachel along the stairs and she starts to bleed. Then he locks her in a room where she sees a framed picture of Scott and Megan shattered. She thinks that Scott murdered Megan and goes straight to the police the next day. Eventually, Rachel recovers the entire memory of Saturday night when she was in the underpass. She remembers Tom hitting her, causing her head injury, and taking Megan away in his car. Rachel decides that she must talk to Anna, who is Scott's new wife, about this despite their relationship. Anna, in the meantime, finds a secret mobile phone and discovers that Tom is having an affair with someone, but she thinks that it is Rachel. When Rachel tells her about Tom, she believes her. However, just as they are about to head to the police, Tom arrives and locks them in the house. Rachel tells him about what she saw, and he at first denies but then admits that he was having an affair with Megan. He says he was trying to end it on Saturday night, but she kept on calling him and threatening him. She said that if he didn't meet her somewhere, she would come to his house and tell Anna everything. Tom blames Rachel for being so drunk that day and coming to their house because that upset Anna and she decided not to meet with her friends. Tom says that Megan kept shouting and cursing and he had no choice but to kill her. He buried her in the forest and ran away. The reader sees the scene from Megan's point of view. She says she was trying to be honest with everyone and take care of her baby. Tom now tries to kill or badly hurt Rachel. In self defense, she kills him by putting a corkscrew in his throat. Anna calls the ambulance and tells them everything, and she clears Rachel's name. Rachel also sees her talking to Tom before the ambulance arrives and twisting the corkscrew further into his throat. As the book ends, Rachel tries to get away from the area for a while and reclaim sobriety and her life. Thank you so much for listening and watching, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.